Awakened masculinity. It is a phrase that is popping up everywhere. But what does it actually mean? For generations, society has painted a narrow picture of what it means to be a man. But today, a new wave of masculinity is emerging. One that is conscious, compassionate, and deeply powerful in ways that go far beyond physical strength. In this exploration, the real face of awakened masculinity will be revealed. This is not about abandoning strength or leadership, but about redefining them. This is about men who are breaking free from old stereotypes, stepping into their true selves, and inspiring others to do the same. This is awakened masculinity, what it really looks like, and why it matters now more than ever. For decades, masculinity was defined by a rigid set of rules. Men were expected to be stoic, unemotional, and dominant. Vulnerability was seen as weakness, and expressing emotions was often discouraged. The traditional image of masculinity was built on the idea that men must always be tough, competitive, and in control. This myth has shaped generations, leading many to suppress their true selves in order to fit in. But beneath the surface, this approach has caused pain, isolation, and confusion. The old masculinity myth has left many men feeling disconnected from themselves and from others. It is time to challenge this outdated narrative and look at what masculinity can truly become. So, what sparked the awakening of masculinity? The world has changed, and with it, the expectations placed on men. As society has become more open and diverse, conversations about mental health, emotional intelligence, and authentic living have taken center stage. Men are now encouraged to look inward, to question the roles they have been given, and to embrace a fuller range of human experience. The rise of movements focused on self-awareness and personal growth has inspired men to break free from the old mold. This awakening is not about rejecting masculinity, but about evolving it, making space for empathy, self-reflection, and genuine connection. What does awakened masculinity actually look like in practice? It is defined by a set of core traits that go far beyond the surface. First, there is self-awareness. Awakened men are in tune with their thoughts, feelings, and motivations. They are not afraid to confront their own shadows and work on their personal growth. Second, there is integrity. These men live by their values even when it is difficult. They are honest with themselves and others, and they take responsibility for their actions. Third, there is compassion. Awakened masculinity is deeply empathetic, recognizing the struggles of others and offering support without judgment. Fourth, there is courage. Not just the courage to face external challenges, but the bravery to be vulnerable, to admit mistakes, and to ask for help when needed. Finally, awakened masculinity is about purpose. These men seek meaning in their lives, striving to make a positive impact on their families, communities, and the world at large. This is a masculinity that uplifts, inspires, and empowers everyone it touches. One of the most powerful aspects of awakened masculinity is emotional intelligence. For too long, men have been taught to suppress their feelings, to hide their pain, and to avoid showing vulnerability. But true strength lies in the ability to feel deeply and express those feelings in healthy ways. Awakened men are not afraid to talk about their emotions, to seek support, and to be open about their struggles. They understand that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a source of connection and growth. By embracing their emotional lives, they become more resilient, more compassionate, and more authentic in every area of their lives. Strength is often associated with physical power, dominance, or control. But awakened masculinity redefines strength in a much broader sense. True strength is the ability to stand firm in one's values, to remain calm in the face of adversity, and to support others without needing to dominate them. It is the strength to admit when you are wrong, to forgive, and to let go of grudges. Awakened men understand that real power comes from within, from the courage to be themselves, to face their fears, and to grow from their experiences. This new definition of strength is inclusive, empowering, and deeply transformative. Awakened masculinity is not just about personal growth. It is also about building healthier relationships and stronger communities. These men are committed to being present partners, supportive friends, and engaged fathers. They listen deeply, communicate openly, and strive to create environments where everyone feels valued and respected. In their communities, awakened men lead by example, promoting equality, kindness, and collaboration. They understand that true leadership is about service, not control. By fostering connection and trust, they help to create spaces where everyone can thrive. So, how do awakened men live out these principles every day? It starts with self-reflection, taking time each day to check in with themselves, to meditate, or to journal. They prioritize their mental and physical health, seeking balance and well-being. They practice gratitude, kindness, and forgiveness, both towards themselves and others. They seek out meaningful connections, engage in honest conversations, and support those around them. Every day, they choose to show up as their authentic selves, committed to growth, compassion, and purpose. If this exploration of awakened masculinity resonated, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Veilbreaker channel for more informative and expository content. Awakened masculinity is not just a trend, it is a movement, and it is changing the world, one man at a time.